Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue with me, your host, John Garcia. Yes, I am good talk man having. Today we're gonna start our journey to the Elite Four, where we're gonna have the final boss fights of the game, really the climax of the game's plot, whatever weak plot there is. We've done pretty much everything we can outside of going here, so let's go! I'm also gonna tell you guys about Smitty, because Smitty's been growing up for a while. Third Pokemon we ever got, so due for a biography. And see here, we could only go through here if we had these specific badges. I never bothered going up here because oh, I go here after I beat Misty. All right, well then I can only go this far. It's not a big deal. And this is the order you're supposed to get the badges in. We didn't go quite with that just because some of the badges are harder to get than others. You're supposed to follow this path, but I don't, it's really weird and open-ended. Anyway, Smitty, one of our great Pokemon, has that rap attack. Here's the thing about Smitty, not always was the best kid. Smitty grew up, well, as you saw, he was living around, yeah, that's weird, someone's swimming. Are they always swimming there? Well, I guess you could say that for any person that you see swimming in this game. But yeah, Smitty was not a particularly good Pokemon before we caught him. He had some run-ins with a lot. Well, he was born, like we found him around Cerulean City. There's some items around here. Yep, definitely some items around here. Finding things with our faces. Okay, and here you can find some Pokemon that we couldn't find previously, but don't really care right now. Anyway, Smitty, was born around Cerulean, which, it may not look like it, but it's a pretty big city. I mean, they have to scale things down for these games, so there's a lot of places there, and the thing is, like many wild Pokemon, Smitty's homeless, or was homeless. We don't really, give him much of a home, but, he's still got some place, to be. And he has a really big family. Like, he's very much a family kind of guy. He's got all of his brothers and sisters. His mother and father, are, from what I've heard, a very happy couple. At least as far as couples go. Now, they're not the luckiest people. So, the thing with Smitty is, grew up very poor. Oh wow, I only have 3 max repels? Are you kidding me? This is gonna be a fun time going through, what is this place called? Victory Road. Oh, I gotta use Strength. Strength and Surf are what you need to get through here, which is why those are the only HMs I have on my main party. But yeah, Smitty's family was very poor, even for Pokemon. I mean, they had to go around catching food, Caterpies and stuff. I'm not quite sure, I buy them food at the store. I don't know where you would find it in the wild. And yes, these strength puzzles are just as annoying as they look. Hopefully we'll find more repels around here. What you do is you put them on the switch, and then the thing will open up, and then there's a Pokemon stronger than us. Why is there a... Oh my god! Oh my god! What? Oh my god! Oh my god! My god! Oh my... What? Oh my god! Look at that Golbat! Look at that sprite! Is that not the scariest thing you have ever seen in your whole life? Oh my god! Look at that! Just... the mouth is... bigger than I am! That, future sprouts of Golbat don't make it look as brain-bustingly terrifying. But just look at, oh my god! And it's so annoying, too. See, this is what we would have been fighting all the time if we didn't have repels and caves. Zubats and Golbats, which are annoying to fight, because they have all these weird little attacks, they're fast, and blah blah blah, and just that sprite is so scary. Anyway, Smitty, yes, very poor, they had to catch their own food and all that stuff. And the other thing around Cerulean City is there's a lot of gang rivalry. There's, in case you weren't caught up on, minutia of Cerulean City Pokemon lives, there's basically two gangs there, and they pretty much lord over all the Caterpie and Sandshrew and stuff around there, and they're the Oddish gang and the Bellsprout gang. I mean, obviously, we know which gang Smitty was in, the Bellsprout gang, but the thing about these, they're like the Bloods and the Crips, they're like, the Democrats and Republicans. They are just, you will never see these gangs getting along. They are that opposed to each other. They are violently opposed to each other. I mean, there will be, random attacks. There will be, we've seen every Pokemon you can find in this cave now. Oh, goody. Actually, I think you might be able to find Marowak in this cave, but that might just be in Pokemon Yellow. I'm not sure. It's been a while. But basically, yeah, you don't want to, if you're a Bellsprout, you don't want to be going on the Oddish's territory, because the odd's gonna get you. That's what they say. They say the odd's gonna get you. The odds will never be in your favor. Stuff like that. Real punny stuff. We can only get one of these items at once, so I have to, go back and get it, which is super annoying, but oh well, it happens. TM43, they're good items, if I remember correctly. I'm not quite sure what TM43 is, though. It's Sky Attack. That's a terrible item, actually. I'm going to throw that out, because that's a really bad... I thought it was a better item than that. Wow. Sky Attack is basically a less good Fly. It is Fly if it wasn't an HM. So, why would you ever want it? Anyway, what else are we talking about? This cool trainer wants to fight me. So the other thing is, ooh, a Persian. We've got our own one of those. Oh well. So that's the thing. You don't want to get caught between these gangs. And the thing was, when I was looking for Bellsprout, there weren't a lot of Oddishes around. See, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, you probably know, Red has Oddishes, Blue has Bellsprouts. And there's a reason for that, is because they didn't want to have to depict the kind of gang violence that goes around in these games, because that's mature subject material. These are Pokemon games. Usually children are playing these. You don't want to see gang wars. I mean, you might want to see gang wars, but they're not going to show them to you. Because that's just out of the question for them. They're just not, who's comfortable, animating sprites of Pokemon fighting against each other, and killing each other. This is serious business. This isn't me, throwing enough rocks at a Ninetales to make it pass out. This is actual violence. Really? Really? Ugh. Ugh, I say again. I'm just gonna use Earthquake. It's a little more powerful than Rock Slide. Come on. Yeah, so Smitty came out of this gang violence, and so that's basically how he grew up. He grew up not being able to trust anyone. I mean, eventually, just, it's not really a choice if you want to get into a gang or not. He just, he needed to. Otherwise, he wasn't going to survive. It was that simple. Smitty was not going to survive on the streets unless he had his gang to protect him. So he had to join this gang. And if he didn't, then, his whole family would probably be in danger. The thing is, though, by the time I came in, the stuff was at a relative standstill, and Smitty had really gone to a place where he was basically... He wasn't the leader of his gang, but he was a very strong influence in his gang, and he was a very violent influence in his gang. Even to this day, Smitty is a very violent Pokemon, which is great when you're, battling like I am, but it's bad when you're trying to negotiate, gangs. So basically what they did is, I talked with the, the Weeping Bell Council, and talked to them and said, hey, look, I'm trying to find a Bellsprout for my team. Do you guys know anyone? And they're thinking maybe Smitty. Basically, taking Smitty out meant a lot less violence toward the Oddishes. Which, here's the thing, the Oddishes deserved everything they got, because they were just as bad. You can't just say, oh, it's good that you took out, took out the Bellsprouts because they were terrible. Both of the gangs were in the wrong. I mean, come on, gang violence, nobody ever wins. But without Smitty, like, there's one less big violent influence. And the thing is, a lot of the Oddish's attacks were because Smitty was instigating. They were scared of Smitty. I mean, he's a dangerous guy. It started out with petty thievery and stuff like that. I mean, Smitty, really, don't trust him that much. He is a pickpocket through and through. Like, I'm sorry, I have to give him up on that. Smitty is just a kleptomaniac. It's just part of his nature. It's how he grew up. If he didn't steal, if he didn't steal and beg and borrow and plead and attack and all that stuff, his family couldn't eat. And that's what Smitty needed. But the thing is now, his brothers and sisters grown up a bit. He's such a powerful political influence in his gang that me taking him away really helped. And we've gone back a few times. I mean, obviously, Smitty would not have joined me if I said, no, you can never go back. This is a Pokemon we're not going to see otherwise. Charizard. One of the coolest Pokemon in this game. And everybody likes it, and it's kind of overrated because of that. Don't kill me. I thought I'd take it out with Blastoise, because, little mascot fighting. Wow, survive. Oh, they have high special. Yeah, special. That's all it's ever about. I'm surprised I'm faster than it. That's weird. I really should not be. But anyway, so Smitty grew up in this environment. It's a dangerous one, but it made him, I mean, the thing is, for how rough Smitty is, like, a lot of people just say, that Smitty is no good, he's in these gangs, he's violent, he's been, since the day he was born, he's been taught, he's got to do this and this and this to survive. Well, here's the thing, he's kind of like, I mean, I don't want to downplay Johnson's role in the group. I say as I switch Johnson out for Smitty. Symbolism! Oh dear. Are we gonna die? I have plenty of max revives. But, oh, yeah, I can just use a Hyper Potion or something. But, the problem is that, Smitty is, the thing is, Smitty kind of is like a team dad, or he's more like an older brother. Like, if you want to say, like, who's who in the team, like, obviously, Johnson would be kind of like the team dad, Smitty is like the older brother, Indiana's like the younger brother, and the rest are girls, so I guess you can't call them, like, brothers or sisters or anything. But, and it's really sad the kind of violence is going on with the Oddishes and the Bellsprouts. I don't want to downplay that at all. I mean, they're all grass Pokemon. They all should be getting along, but they aren't. Ooh, a bird. Let's see if we see that later, if you guys don't think I should skip it because it takes me forever to catch birds. Let's fight this guy, and then I think after that we've had enough time here, right? I don't know. I'm not keeping track of time. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, a black belt. Check him out with his Machoke. Yeah, he's gonna Machoke us so we can't breathe. Yeah, but really, Smitty is like an older brother. He's a serious guy, but he's got a lot of problems. Like, I can't take my eyes off him for that long. But that's fine, like, because I have to watch Smitty, but just because I'm watching Smitty, like, now Smitty's watching Indiana, Smitty's watching Winterreise and all this, and I don't have to deal with them. And frankly, I'd rather have a responsible Pokemon on my team than a wholly moral one, because as long as I'm their trainer, I won't let them be getting into too much trouble. I won't let them be hurting anyone or stealing from anyone, and that's as much as I can do. And Smitty's not a good person, a good Pokemon. I say person, I mean like a good Pokemon. Like, he's a good Pokemon. He's very talented at what he does. But, like, look at this. He has Acid and Wrapping and Razor Leaf. Like, his attacks are very brutal. But I keep him around because, especially now, if I let him go into the environment, he would wreck things. Can you imagine a Victory Bell by Nugget Bridge, wreaking havoc on all those poor Pokemon? I mean, come on. Smitty is out of there for his own good. and for the good of his family. And we go back and we visit, we make sure they're okay. Smitty makes him some food sometimes. That's another thing about him, very good cook. And you don't think that, a giant pitcher plant is going to be a very good cook. But let me tell you, Smitty is an excellent cook. Um, you know, just FYI, if we ever need food, if I'm ever planning a big meal or something, Smitty's who I'm gonna call. Because Smitty's been cooking for his family since he was like level 1. It's ridiculous. Let's see what Team 05 is, and then I think I'm gonna wrap up this episode. Oh, I probably should go back and check what that other item was. Mega Kick, pretty good, kind of inaccurate. I'm not gonna use it. Okay, well I'll see you guys later.